This is flight number 2 of the K70C quadcopter. It is -9 and a little breezy, but I'm not going to get another good day. And there's snow on the ground, so we're going to see if this works at all. I'm pressing the camera button to start recording. I'm in I was in high, I don't know if you can see that, I was in high mode because the wind is so strong up there. So I'll put the camera up, hopefully you can see this a bit better. So I'll do a bit of voiceover while it's flying, since there's not too much action up close to the camera. So pretty much I'm a complete newbie when it comes to quadcopter, so I'm just learning how to fly here. It is not in headless mode. I try that a little later, but it is snowy. It's very cold, -9 or 10 there, and the wind is really gusty. You can't really see it, but you can hear in some of the camera clips the wind going by the Virb. I crashed this thing a good number of times, and I broke off the one guard, as we'll see shortly. But it's very light, and you know, if there was no breeze, this thing would work great. And the battery's dead. Alright, round 2. It's super windy today, but we'll see if I can get some video so we can see what the video looks like. Put the camera up a little bit. So a bit of a review. I had a lot of trouble getting the camera going. It rotates up and down fine, but when I press the camera button, I can only seem to get it to record for a couple seconds. So I'm missing something in the translation, and I just couldn't figure it out. It's really windy now. Gotta go up onto mode 2, 50%, so I can actually fight the wind here. And so something to be aware of, if you know a foolproof way of getting it to start video and stop video and actually record, let me know, because the manual actually shows it backwards. The manual shows the video being the camera button and the camera being the video button, but in actual fact it doesn't work that way. The buttons are labeled correctly. It just seems as though the video doesn't want to stay on. So I'm doing the wrong order of events, obviously, there. In this clip, I was starting to try it in headless mode. Actually, it's not in headless mode yet. It'll be in headless mode when it starts beeping. So in headless mode, it beeps all the time, which is a little bit annoying. So that's a kind of a review item on it. And here's where I dropped it so many times into the snow here. It's amazing I kept going. It's amazing it didn't break more because of the really cold temperatures. Well, I broke the other thing completely off. So I'm just gonna tear that guy off. Oh well. It has a fairly good runtime for all I know so far. I haven't timed it, but you get some good play time out of it. I would probably, especially if you're a newbie, keep those guards on. You can see the one guard hanging off the right side of the copter there. I just left it on so it would stay somewhat balanced, but a little later it fell off. Here's where I think I go into headless mode there, and it's hard to kind of get used to headless mode and what it's doing, but you know, I kind of want to learn the regular way first. And of course, anytime I get the quadcopter over the trees, there's big gusts of wind that come up there and just blow it about. Not to mention the gusts that are kind of blowing between the trees as well. You can kind of see on the trees off to the right the branches moving with the gusts. And so yeah, I plunked this thing in the snow very many times. The battery bay has a screw in it, and you should keep that in too, because I crashed it a couple times and I didn't bother with the screw, and it fell out once. So just be aware if you're crashing it, which I am, and that will fall out. But otherwise, it looks pretty well.
Alright, snuff crashing for today. I'm going to take it inside. I lost the one guard off it. It's pretty cold in here, -8, so I'm going to take it in and we'll stop there. This is take number 3, I think. It's -9 degrees out. I've broken one of the blade guards, and I've not gotten successful video because there's a certain key sequence, and if you don't do it right, you lose all your video. So this is the 3rd time. We'll see if it works here.
Now, so other comments, you really do need to run this in not a windy location. I had to put it up to basically 100% you know, mode or whatever you call it, to get it to fight against the wind, to give it enough pitch to actually fight against the wind. And so, you know, with me trying to learn and having all this wind to deal with, it's a steep learning curve, if you want to look at it that way. And so right here, I wasn't doing any rudder either. Being a newbie, I'm just kind of getting used to flying it, you know, forward and left and right and back, but you don't need any rudder for it. You can just use all your right stick for that, just to pitch it over one way or the other, forward and back. And then later on, I'll probably get learn more fast, especially when there's less wind. I'll be able to hover a bit more easily.
I crashed into a tree. Didn't break anything, I completely crashed into a tree. Start again.
So good points going for it. It does have enough power at 100% to fight pretty good gusts, and it does seem to hold up pretty well to crashes. I've crashed a whole bunch of times already. I'm only on like my literally 4th or 5th flight here. I've bashed off the blade guards, but otherwise it doesn't show any signs of damage. The landing gear are fine, and the arms are fine. I don't see any damage there or any chance of something happening. But the blade guards are especially weak, but they might have been weak because it's -9, and they would have been the things that would have cooled down faster, so they'd just be ready to crack as soon as it hits something. So I can't say that bad about it. Is it a quadcopter for a beginner? Probably not, all things considered. There's probably easier copters I could have gotten to practice on. And especially, I mean, you can't really practice this one indoors because it's so wide, such a big quadcopter. So for a newbie like me, certainly flying inside to get used to it is not really an option. I did a little bit of that on my pool table, but you really need some area to actually
Turn it right side up.
fly around and be able to have enough room to kind of correct when something goes wrong. The kids were helping me here. So you know it's fairly sturdy if the kids are hauling it around, flipping it over for me. Like I said, I crashed it so many times. It did pretty well for that, and this is the worst conditions for sure. You can hear it just crack down there. And especially, like I say, in this cold temperature, it's amazing it's doing as well as it is. That's a good quadcopter, and I don't, like I said, I don't think I'd recommend it for starters like I.
Oh, it's cold. It's cold. Hey guys, I got my K70C here. This is the 4th time I'm trying this. I could not get the camera on the bottom of the K70C working. So I gave up on it. I tore it right off, and I put my Garmin Virb on the bottom of the K70C. So you were looking at the, well, you're not looking at it, you're looking at me through the Virb that is sitting upside down, video rotated, underneath the K70C. It's heavy. I don't know if this is gonna, I can hear the wind, I don't know if this is gonna even lift the Garmin Virb, but I'm gonna try it. So we'll see what it does, and I'll get a lot better video. I could not get the video to work on the other camera. First of all, it was cheap video. Second of all, I pressed the video camera button, and it would take like 2 seconds video and shut off. So I have no idea what I was doing right or wrong or whatever, but there's no indication to say that it's recording, so I don't know what's up. So I'm going to try this. It is very windy. This is ridiculously windy, but I'm going to try it, see where we get to.
Now this video is a bit of a gong show of aerial video. The quadcopter had a lot of trouble getting it up in the air. The battery was probably a little bit low. I'm going to try it again tomorrow, but it was very heavy for this quadcopter. The Garmin Virb I'm talking about, attached to the bottom of it, it was having trouble staying steady, and plus I'm fighting the winds, and I was pretty much, I had to go up to mode 3 speed or whatever you call it, to get it to go anywhere. And it worked, but you know, with the breeze and stuff, it was pretty wobbly, and I just ran out of power. I couldn't actually lift off the ground or hold place, mostly due to the wind. But yeah, the Garmin Virb is quite heavy, so I'll probably get a keychain camera for it. I would like to do some FPV flying as well, so that's part of the future stuff. And so a keychain would obviously be a lot lighter. And then, you know, it flies really well with its own camera, but the camera that's on it is really cheesy, and the video is really lousy compared to any other decent action camera. And so it's something you'll want to upgrade probably. You can put a GoPro apparently in the existing fall down clamp or whatever housing for it. So that's an option for some people. I don't have a GoPro, but maybe I'll get a knockoff kind. But hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll have much better videos hopefully in the near future. Please subscribe.